The Wild and the Innocent is a 1959 Western film directed by Jack Shear, starring Audie Murphy and Sandra Dee. The film combines elements of adventure, romance, and comedy, set against the backdrop of the American frontier. Here's the story of the film. In the untamed wilderness of the American West, Yancey Hawks, a young and inexperienced trapper played by Audie Murphy, lives a simple life with his family. Raised in the mountains, Yancey is unfamiliar with the ways of the outside world. His uncle sends him to a nearby town to trade furs for much-needed supplies, marking Yancey's first venture into civilization. Accompanying Yancey on his journey is a young girl named Rosalie Stocker, portrayed by Sandra Dee. Rosalie is an orphan who has been living with a family in the mountains, and her guardians decide it's time for her to return to society. As they travel together, Yancey and Rosalie develop a sweet, sibling-like bond. Upon arriving in the bustling town, Yancey and Rosalie find themselves overwhelmed by the sights and sounds of civilization. Yancey, with his naive and honest nature, quickly finds himself at odds with the town's more unscrupulous residents. Despite his good intentions, Yancey's unfamiliarity with societal norms leads to a series of comedic misunderstandings. In town, Yancey and Rosalie encounter a dance hall girl named Marcy Howard, played by Joanne Drew. Marcy takes an interest in Yancey, drawn to his innocence and straightforwardness. She sees in him a chance for a fresh start away from her troubled past. However, Marcy's affection for Yancey complicates things, especially when she is pursued by a menacing sheriff named Paul Bartell, portrayed by Gilbert Roland. Sheriff Bartell, who has his own designs on Marcy, sees Yancey as a threat and decides to take action. As tensions rise, Yancey's sense of justice and bravery come to the forefront. Despite being out of his element, he stands up to the corrupt sheriff and his henchmen, determined to protect Marcy and ensure her safety. The film reaches its climax in a dramatic showdown between Yancey and Sheriff Bartell. Using his wilderness skills and newfound determination, Yancey manages to outsmart the sheriff and rescue Marcy from his clutches. In the end, Marcy decides to leave her past behind and start anew, inspired by Yancey's courage and purity. As the story concludes, Yancey and Rosalie return to the mountains, having learned valuable lessons about the world beyond their isolated home. The film ends on a hopeful note, with Yancey and Rosalie looking forward to a future filled with new adventures and a deeper understanding of the world around them. The Wild and the Innocent is a charming Western that showcases Audie Murphy's talent for playing likable, morally upright characters. Sandra Dee's performance adds a touch of youthful innocence, making the film an endearing tale of adventure and personal growth. There are thousands of great videos like this on the channel. Please take a look. Please share and subscribe or visit the Bonswivit channel on eBay, which has over 250,000 rare and collectible items listed.